Hi, welcome to Dummy Run. It's a weekly podcast
There's some
with
sort
myself
of
and
ads
Ben,
joke there, but I can't.
looking at all kind of deep
Insect-
worlds. So games, movies,
Right, okay.
comics,
Don't forget to
board
like and
games,
subscribe.
TV shows, all that kind of thing.
Hang on,
Yeah.
you shoehorned board games in
this
there.
has
That's
been the-
classic
I did.
Forrester.
I
That.
do love a board game.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later on in the show. So this morning, the first thing we're going to be talking about is Mando season 3, episode 1.
Chapter 17, actually.
The apostate.
The pardon?
No, it's not the.
Not the okay.
Yeah, apostate. It's somebody who's going on a religious journey or something like that.
No,
I think.
it's if you've been exiled or you've lost your religious beliefs.
Okay, so
I
somebody's
googled that.
Googled that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Other
Cool.
search engines are available.
Yeah. So obviously, it's been a while since it's been on. Mando last on when Luke appeared at the end. Sorry, spoilers there. Luke appeared at the end of
in
season
season
2.
two.
So that's what 2022,
No.
21.
21. Well, when did Boba Fett come out? The Christmas of 21.
Yeah.
So yeah, 21 was the last time we saw the Mandalorian.
Yeah. So anyway, so it opens up new logo.
Yeah, so the weird new flat Star Wars logo where it's not stacked on top of each other, and then you get the flashy heads, but this time there's loads of Mandalorian faces in there.
Yeah, I think they're doing the Marvel thing, aren't they? With the whole, this is what's going on just now in the Marvel letters and.
It was interesting because a lot of people looked at it and they said, "Oh, it's only exclusively Mandalorian characters," and then they backtracked on it because the opening head is Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Who is
Oh.
dead,
Or is he? Darth Vader in season 3 of Mandalorian confirmed.
Oof.
Okay, so yeah, and we open up the desert world with the big lake, and somebody's having a whole kind of baptism
Yeah,
thing.
so it's the little kid that looks weirdly a little bit like Boba Fett from Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, well, I was convinced when I'm watching it that it was actually set in the past, and this was young Din Djarin
Yep.
getting anointed by the spooky talking armorer.
This is the way.
This is
Yes.
the way.
Yeah, it did seem very much like it was a flashback, and that was going to be more of an origin story.
Yeah,
And it's quite a slow building sequence. Big fish, crocodile.
Jesus. Let's hold this important ceremony where at any point we could get eaten. I think this kind of happens a lot in this kind of show.
Not a lot of risk assessment has been done there,
No,
really.
But
No.
Again, there's a lot of kind of all through the Mandalorian. There's a bit of a theme of there's a monster that lives in a hole and it's going to eat you.
Let's go and stand by that hole.
Let's go and stand by that hole.
Or lake, or
Yeah, exactly.
Cliff.
So yeah, okay. And then in he comes.
well, yeah. So they're not. I was going to say the Razor Crest, but it's not the Razor Crest, is it?
Oh.
Because if
It was the Razor Crest.
yeah,
Life would have been great.
no. So it's his new Naboo starfighter that he gets during the Book of Boba Fett, and it's almost like a reintroduction of that in case if you didn't know he's got a new spaceship.
I love that shit. I love the Razor Quest. I love the Naboo Starfighter and the whole.
Yeah,
Let's knock it together in the episode Boba Fett.
the little engine that sticks out like a little kind of muscle car engine, but then how does that get any air? But that's a whole other.
That's a nod to Mad Max as well.
Yeah,
Lost at the VN Interceptors. Be a shame to blab it up.
it's nicer now. It's not yellow.
Yeah, the yellow's kind of rubbing off a little bit. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
like the whole silver thing. It looks nicer.
I definitely think they tweaked the look. And then there's all the old sound effects from,
The-
Attack Phantom Menace.
Yeah, the prequel ones.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it works well.
But I'd have thought, the armorers managed to herd up a few more Mandos, obviously over the last few months, years, however long it's been.
Well, that's the thing. That's the bone of contention. So there's a whole thing floating around that actually Grogu was training with Luke for 2 years.
What?
So Favreau came out and said that in an interview and then has backtracked on it massively because, as someone highlighted, that would mean that Din Djarin was without a spaceship for 2 years. Just,
Hitchhiking his way around the galaxy, sitting on the bus.
yeah. So I think
I
they've...
guess that's yeah.
Yeah, they've
Well,
kind of backtracked on that.
Star Wars has always had a bit of a time issue because I think it's The films that we don't talk about. I mean, Force Awakens, lovely. The second film we don't talk about,
Oh, Last Ding Dong.
Last Ding Dong.
Yeah.
You know, you've got this whole thing that she's training with Luke. Rey's training with Luke for
A fortnight.
Ages.
3 days.
No, exactly. How long is she with Luke? And then in the other, you know, half of the story,
Yeah.
everybody's running for their lives and it's minute to minute, and then she's mooning around on some, you know, bit of Ireland. Other countries are available for Star Wars planets.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's there for weeks probably training.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a disparity with that, and I think the whole reason they've done the opening sequence with the armourer with a furry neckline or whatever it is to kind of fill in the gaps for people that didn't watch the Book of Boba Fett.
Sorry, I was just thinking about the armourer's furry neckline there.
And that's all we've got time for, folks.
Okay. When we come back, we'll be talking about
more
Mando, and we will be giving our opinions on where we think the series is going and what we're going to look forward to in the upcoming episodes. See you in a bit. I think we can get 20 minutes out of Gina.
You're a horrible, horrible man.
Okay.
So before the break, before we had a little sponsor break, we were talking. We'll have a sync clap. So before the break, I think we were talking about the bit, the opening with the child and the Mandalorians and the hairy neck one.
Yeah, the armor. I think I think this episode's directed by Rick.
And Morty.
No, Rick Famuyiwa.
Oh yes.
Sorry, Rick, to mispronounce your name if you ever see this. Who's a very safe pair of hands and has done some of the better episodes. So he did the one with the prison break, and
that one was very good.
That character came back again in the episode with the trucks.
Oh, the character played by the comedian Bill Burr.
Yeah, Bill Burr, exactly. And so some very good episodes under his belt.
Okay.
And I think again, as I say, safe pair of hands. I don't think the episode as a whole, and we'll come back to this at the end, but I don't think the episode as a whole was earth-shattering. No,
I think it's very much it's a season 1 opener for a series that's been away for almost a couple of years. There's a whole mini Mando subplot of Boba Fett, so it's resetting everything, catching everybody up and getting you ready for what's about to happen.
Yeah. We finish up and Mando goes on his little quest, and he's told the armorer that he's going to go and go back to Mandalore and go from there. And I think that's, like you say, it's putting a pin in the map and saying this is where we're starting from.
It very much reestablishes the conversation they had in the Book of Boba Fett, where they're on the space station or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, you're disgraced because you took your hat off." Oy.
Sorry,
oh.
I have to brush my teeth and have a shave once in a while.
Well, that's the thing. He's allowed to do it in private. It's just not in
public. In public, yeah. Okay, so Navarro, again, that lovely little sequence of the ship coming to land, that's so great. I love those little sequences coming in through the clouds and just.
It's a beautiful sequence to watch, and the way Navarro's developed as well. I think we've been there in every single series, and the way it's kind of slowly
grown. I think it's looking really nice. I'm gonna say it looks too nice. I'm a little bit jaded. I've got Andor fever,
Okay.
And basically Andor was so dark, gritty, that coming back to this, and especially now that Navarro is not some kind of washed up kind of.
It has very Phantom Menace, yeah. Phantom Menace kind of Naboo kind of vibes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And I would say almost like an advert for Galaxy's Edge,
the theme park.
Okay. It has that look, and you could really imagine that next year coming to Disney Park near
You can go on the Cape Droid adventure.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean that's a big bone of contention. A lot of people have mentioned what's his face,
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers. Yeah, handshake.
Hey, come on.
We're gonna. That was uncomfortable.
That was uncomfortable. But yeah, the Carl Weathers Predator handshake, brilliant.
Yeah, that was a nice little reference. I mean,
cut to the Predator handshake right now.
Yeah,
We'll be back in a second.
Yeah, the whole cut to the whole that bit, but the fact that he comes out and now he's the High Chancellor.
High Chancellor, and he's got a bit of the old. In a way, I wonder if it's a bit of a dig at the kind of the Phantom Menace. Oh, Queen Amidala with her weird floaty dress and all that kind of stuff, and it's a kind of a nod towards that kind of grandeur, and maybe I think the little cape bots just are such a ridiculous addition that I think we'll have a whole kind of screw this shit, kind of throw the cape on the floor, kind of
robots just get tossed into the air.
And he kind of gets back to being the gritty.
Well, you got a hint of that during the gun set where he reveals that he's still
got the gun.
He's still packing.
Yeah.
He's
going to direct one of the episodes.
Okay.
I think.
Wow.
This year, I think I might have read that. Maybe not. That's something to look up. But yeah, Kate Bots, a little bit of thing, and it is feeling.
It's feeling ill.
Hang on. Yeah, Kate Bots and stuff like that. It is feeling a little bit after Andor. It's feeling a little bit young.
Yeah,
it's a little bit, and we'll get to this bit in a minute. I'll get you next time, Mando, kind of thing. And I hope they get back to
the more gritty realism.
Yeah, not gritty, but just the Western feel, that kind of the lone gunslinger or the lone wolf and cub kind of feel that we've been having with it,
Okay. I mean, it's one of those episodes where it's there to fit all the pieces and lay the land. One of the interesting things that a lot of people are saying is that did Disney go through a checklist of Star Wars characters they felt they should include? Because there's the kind of the female droids that all look like C-3PO. You've got the return of Baba Freak's race, so the little Azarians.
See, now I love that little sequence, and I know people grumbled about it. And a couple of things, right? Number one, I love a puppet in the show. That's kind of working, and those little guys are obviously kind of worked with the States and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I also love the messing with the scale. So like
when he sat in the
curled
workshop.
up in the workshop, which to them is like a warehouse, and they got a big crane above, and it's like working on the body of IG-11's like some kind of somebody working on a truck for our scale.
Yeah,
which I thought was really cool.
It's a nice little sequence. That the inclusion of IG-11 again, I really loved it as a statue. I thought that was a really cool little nod. And did you notice it wasn't rocks he stood on? It's stormtrooper helmets that have like kind of all dirted up and things. So that was really cool. But the fact they're bringing him back, I don't know if that's just here's a new IG-11 Funko Pop, and this time he's a bit rustier. Like that time we gave C-3PO a red arm just so we could make a new toy.
Yeah, I mean IG-11 blew up.
Yeah,
IG-11 was,
and that was a wonderful end to his arc. So to then. Hey, it nullifies that sacrifice for me.
Yeah,
it diminishes that character development.
It's a whole kind of, it's a screw up because you've got IG-11 was totally destroyed. The Ugnaught guy rebuilt him, taught him back from scratch. So that's his base programming. And then his base programming comes back. Must terminate Grogu. Sarah Connor.
Yeah, there was a lot of Terminator parallels.
Nice not to Terminator again. You know, that's okay. And so, I think they're kind of playing on that he's still a killer. Yeah,
I mean, there was that whole thing in Series 1 where Mando's character didn't trust droids. Yeah. So that's interesting that's come back a little bit, and he only trusts one droid now. Yeah. But there's a whole rumor that he's potentially going to be getting his own kind of R2 unit.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in early trailer possibly.
Yeah.
So little Grogu's dome gets replaced with the droid, and the droid sitting in the back seat kind of
Where's
thing.
Grogu gonna sit at this point, like in the engine bay,
I
like
don't know. That lovely sequence in the hyperspace tunnel with the
with the whale from
Space
Rebels?
Whales.
Yeah, that was interesting. I like that. Yeah, the other thing, so he's meant to be getting R5D4, and rumor has it that's the original droid
that blew up on Luke. I think.
Yeah.
Isn't that with what's her name on Tatooine?
Yeah, but then there's people have said they've seen it in the background shots of Navarro.
Oh, okay.
So there's actually a sequence where Mando's walking through the street, and you can see that, whether it's the same unit, but you can see that style of droid lurking in the shadows.
I think Mando should can these guys and just get the big giant R2D2 with arms and legs dude from the end of season 1.
Yeah,
he had arms. It was like an R2D2, but he was like ripped.
like hench,
Arms,
R2,
yeah.
hench 2,
Okay, cool.
hench 2,
Yeah.
D do.
And so, and that's basically kind of where it wrapped up. We had a little bit of a gunfight with who's going to be one of the protagonists for this season, the pirates. I really think that pirate was played by somebody famous. I haven't looked.
The voice, I haven't Googled it yet, but the voice was very familiar to
Yeah.
me. The seaweedy pirate man.
Oh, right. Well, okay. Cut to a shot of the seaweed pirate guy for a second now.
And ironically, he looks very much like a character that you've played recently.
Yeah, it does actually. That's bizarrely does look like the Gilman. He looks like a cross between Swamp Thing
And Davy Jones.
Davy Jones, and he literally just missed being a Scooby-Doo baddie by going, "I'll get you next time, Mando!" As Mando blasts his ship and flies over his, presses the Turbo Boost Buddy button.
And away they go.
Boo!
Yeah.
Cut to Knight Rider doing a Turbo Boost Buddy. All these clips that Ben's going to have to
That's
find.
the source. Thank you so much for your referencing there.
Yeah.
And then it just sort of wraps up, doesn't it? He lands on that the planet in the Mandalorian system.
Shit,
the castle.
Yeah.
I like-
Katie Sackhoff doing her best Game of Thrones impression
Sort
there.
of
Oh, hello.
lunge, yeah.
Hello, Key.
But before that bit, like Grogu's in the bubble, and then I don't really understand how he gets out of the bubble of the spaceship, and then he's in his little wheelchair.
So let me explain it to you. There's a little lift inside. Yeah, probably.
Probably,
and
yeah.
maybe like a little Grogu toilet behind it. So there's a lift, and then
What, he drops into the chair? And that pops-
then he can kind of scramble in amongst with Mando. Mando's sleeping while flying. Wake up, Mando. Oh, okay. And then, but basement is his little
Little chair.
tripod thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cut to the very famous clip of
Stop cutting the things. Just...
Cut to George Lucas telling the visual effects guy that it's okay. Count Dooku's speeder bike can fly. All the other speeder bikes can't fly. Count Dooku's can, so we can just make it fly. That's cool. That's how Grogu gets out.
Just the suspension of disbelief.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
I mean, actually, in my notes, I wrote a point to mention the Grogu thing. And I've spelt it as grow, as in the word grow, and then goo, as in goo.
Mm.
So I've written...
Grogu.
Yeah.
Grogu gets in pram. Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so, and then Katie's giving it the big...
I've not got the Darksaber.
Nobody loves me.
Yeah.
She looks cool, though.
She looks... The character of Bo-Katan looks very cool.
Proper Game of Thrones. And I know something's going to happen because the trailer... She's with Mando in the caves by the looks of it, so
because that's where he's got to go. He's got to have a magic wash because he didn't wear his hat because he took his hat off that one time.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, he's wearing his helmet at the moment. Yeah.
Mm.
Like, if he's already exiled and he because he's in trouble for not wearing his helmet, I'd have a couple of weeks without it.
Yeah.
You'd have it off all the time because
But you had to take it off. He believes he's got to keep it on. He believes it.
Okay.
And so that's, what if he tripped over? He's always fighting and rolling around.
I don't know if there's a Mandalorian because they're the Watch, aren't they? They're referred to as a cult, so they're not the only Mandalorian.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean,
we'll get
the Katie lot.
They take their hats off all the time.
Yeah.
So it'll be, yeah. Is there like a code of conduct? Like, is there like a rule that, like, okay, you can.
Did you take your helmet off? Well, put it this way: I was in a small explosion, got thrown 15 feet, landed roughly, it popped off. I put it straight back on. Am I cool?
Yeah. Do you think you get like? Do you get like 3 strikes and then you're out?
Yeah. Or did you just walk into a bar? Oh Jesus! Somebody give me a
Yeah. Real things to think about.
real things to think about.
So I mean, overall, then, because we probably should wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Um.
I love it, and I love Mando, and I think we're spoiled for amazing content on shows just now, and we're being hyper picky about things that 5 years ago we've been.
Absolutely. If this, yeah, I mean, I was super excited when I heard the theme tune again. That was for me. I was like, oh wow, it's like yes, and it's something that I will for a little while now. There's not been anything that I've been particularly excited to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
And I am excited to see where this goes. And I think it's been away for a long time. The Book of Boba Fett didn't quite pan out how we thought it was going to pan out. In some respects, that was a bit flat. So they have to do a bit of world building, and you have to allow them to kind of recap and maybe draw in a new audience.
Yeah. And I think Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are both very, very sensible showrunners, and they will give us some of those incredible things like Ahsoka sword fighting and just all that kind of stuff that we've had over the last few episodes of just kind of and Luke turning up. Come on, that was handled so beautifully, and that was just right. And
it didn't feel shoehorned in. It felt
exactly
like it aided the plot. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see where it goes.
My guess for this is it's probably going to wrap up with a bit of a civil war.
No hats versus skins versus shirts.
Yeah,
hats versus no hats.
Yeah, and I think that'll be really interesting. I think we may be getting this new pirate baddie, and he's literally just going to get blasted in the tummy. 3rd episode, and ooh, that was brutal. And
I think that's just a recurring extra annoyance to deal with. The real plot is going to be about Mandalore potentially, and Moff Gideon is still alive.
Yeah,
is the other thing.
Yeah, well, Gina did so well capturing him.
Yes, that was handled very well as well.
They kind of
they mentioned her, and they were like, "Aha, right, done."
Well, if she stops tweeting horrible things, maybe she'll get to come back one day.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting. Do you reckon that was in the script ahead of, like, do you reckon that was always the plan, that she was going to be drafted and that was the start of the spin-off that she was going to be in, or they've written those lines specifically? Yeah, probably. I'd go for written them specifically. Yeah. Like when Poochie goes to live on the moon. Yeah. In The Simpsons. Cut to clip. Okay, well, I think that's time we should probably wrap this up, Rob. Cool. Great. And so next week, what are we going to be talking about? Next week, hopefully you're going to watch Ant-Man Quantumania. Ant-Man Quantumania. I will try and watch it this weekend. And see if it's as interesting as people have been saying. There's some sort of ant joke there, but I can't. Interesting. Insecteresting. Right, okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah. This has been the Dummy Run. I'm Rob. That's Ben. See you next time.